Welcome to Christiana Pranayama, where the threefold path of mental, physical, and spiritual mastery intersect. Today's yoga class is all about the new moon in Capricorn. As a cardinal earth sign, Capricorn is the initiator of projects, always presenting groundbreaking new ideas and working super hard to bring them to fruition. We will be exploring these themes today with a guided meditation and yoga sequences based on Capricorn. Towards the end of class, we will learn a pranayama technique called moon breathing, and finally, we'll end our class with a ritual you can do anytime in the next few days to really seal your intention with the new moon. Harnessing the power of the new moon in Capricorn will help you to become the authority of your life, define your core values to ground your long-term vision, expand your network to grow your net worth, and finally, remember that slow and steady wins the race. Let's open class with an Om to soothe our vagus nerve and activate our parasympathetic nervous system, followed by a few moments of silence to tap into our breath, into our bodies, into our mat, into presence. Deep inhale in. Begin to watch your inhales and exhales. In your mind's eye, picture a door. You are standing in front of this door, and it opens for you. Behind it is pitch blackness, but you can see some stairs leading down. As you breathe, you notice a luminous effect happening around your body, so that the areas around you are illuminated. A warm breeze drifts towards you from the tunnel in front of you. It has a pleasant smell. You know that down this path is something sacred, something safe, and something totally yours. I invite you to walk through this doorway and begin descending down the stairs. As you walk down the stairs, the luminosity grows brighter and brighter around you, and when you reach the bottom of the stairs, you find yourself in a large room, so large that even though you're glowing, you still cannot see the walls around you. Continue walking through this room to the back wall, where you notice a fireplace filled with firewood and kindling ready to be lit. Bring your hands next to the logs and snap one of your fingers and the fire ignites. As the fire in the fireplace lights up the room, you begin to see the size and the shape of it. Notice the ceiling and the floors, what the room is made out of, and if there's any furniture in here yet. Imagine a table in the middle of the room, and on this table are many different instruments, tools, and accoutrements for your magical journey ahead. As you approach this table, one of these objects begins to emit a soft glow, and it begins to cry out for you. You know that it is yours, and it will help you in your journey ahead. Pick up the object. How heavy is it? How big is it? Does it have any special relationship or connotations with you? Replace this magical object back on the table and look around the room again, making any more memorization notes you may want. And then go back through the door that you came in from, back up the stairs, back through that first door, and turn around and shut that door. And know that this is your own personal magical laboratory. This is the space you can go to enact all of your intentions, to manifest your will, and to practice in perfect safety and protection. Deep inhale into your hips. Exhale, sigh it out. Deep inhale into your head. Exhale, sigh it out. Flutter open the eyes. And we'll begin our practice. Stand in Tadasana in the middle of your mat, facing the long edge of your mat. Breathe into your heels, into the balls of your feet. Make sure your spine, your chest, your torso, and your abdomen are all in one straight line. Inhale the arms up overhead, interlacing the fingers, and exhale, bend to the left. Inhale into the right side body. Exhale towards the center. Inhale, hands up a little higher. Exhale, bending the torso to the right. Inhale into the left side body. Exhale, back to center. And jump the legs out more than hips distance. Open the arms out into a cactus and squat down for goddess pose. Take a few breaths here, feeling into your sacrum, into your tailbone. You can close the eyes if you'd like. Release and straighten the legs from the goddess pose to come stand in 5-pointed star pose. Stretch the arms out completely at shoulder level while also straightening your knees, and place your feet firmly on the mat. The blades of your feet are parallel to each other. Pivot your left toes out at a 90-degree angle, and we're going to reach with our left hand all the way out, bringing the arms down to come into triangle pose. Inhale here, opening the right hands to the ceiling. And then swivel the whole body so that it goes over the left leg into pyramid pose. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, fold over the leg. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, fold over the leg. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, relax everything over the leg. And then bend that left knee, coming down into a low lunge pose, Anjaneyasana. Hands up overhead, pressing the hips down. And then swiveling over to the side, your hands can be on the mat for Skandasana. And then come into center, heel toeing the feet in together if you need to for garland pose. A few breaths here. And then move into Skandasana on the other leg. Great, swivel yourself around to go into low lunge pose, Anjaneyasana, with the right foot forward. Inhale the arms up overhead, pressing into the hips. You can use your fingertips here to press your hips up into the air, straightening out the right knee for a pyramid pose with the right foot forward. And then keeping your right hand on the mat, open up your left arm out, opening up the hip into triangle pose. Bringing energy into your core, into your torso, to lift yourself back into 5-pointed star pose. Stretching the arms out at shoulder level while adjusting your feet back in. The blades of your feet are parallel. Deep inhale in, really stretch everything out. Exhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows into goddess pose. And then jump, step, or hop back into the center of your mat. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale into the right side of the torso. Exhale back to center. Inhale the hands up, fingertips up. Exhale to the right. Inhale into the left side body. Exhale, come back up to center. Tadasana. Facing the front of your mat, inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, jump or hop back into plank position. Hold for an inhale. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale into Sphinx pose, elbows directly under the shoulder. Bend your right knee and grab your right foot with your right hand, bringing the heel towards the glute. And gently let it go. Bring your left heel in and grab it with your left hand, pressing the heel towards the glute. And gently let it go, letting the foot return to the mat. Tuck the toes and come into your first downward facing dog, pedaling out the feet, swaying the hips. And then walk your feet up to the front of your mat, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, Tadasana. Heel toe your feet to the outer edges of your mat with your toes facing outwards, and come to a squat for garland pose. Pushing your elbows into your knees, palms together in prayer at heart center, pressing the chest outward, looking up with the eyes if you can. This is a quintessential Capricorn pose. It's strong and stable, but still pushes you to the edges of your extremes. Feel the stability in this pose, and also feel how your desire, your willpower, can push you through to the next level. On an exhale, come to sit on your mat with your knees falling outward, the soles of your feet in together for butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana. You can flutter the knees up and down, or you can keep them stable. Pulling your chest forward, letting your shoulder blades melt down your back. Grab your right knee with your left hand, bringing your right hand behind you for an easy twist. Inhale, spine straight. Exhale to twist. Inhale, spine straight. Exhale to twist. Inhale, spine straight, looking behind you as far as you can with your eyes. Exhale, swivel back to center. And then repeat on the other side. Right hand on your left knee. Inhale the spine straight. Exhale to twist. Inhale the spine straight. Exhale to twist. Inhale the spine straight, looking back behind you with your eyes as far as you can. Exhale to unwind back to center. Leaning forward if you can, crawling your fingertips out in front of you. Push yourself back up into a seated position. Straighten your legs out in front of you for staff pose. Moving the flesh out from under your hips. Pressing into the mat with your wrists, trying to let your shoulder blades melt down your spine. Don't cave in here. And then yogi's choice, either reverse tabletop with bent knees or with straight legs. So if you're going into reverse tabletop or altar pose, put the soles of your feet on the floor and press up to the ceiling with your hips, letting your head fall backwards if you can. Otherwise, it's the same motion, just with straight legs, and try to get the tips of those toes on the mat. It's a very difficult pose. One more inhale here. Exhale, bring the hips back to the mat. Staff pose, Dandasana, one more time. Pressing into the mat with your wrists, looking forward, and then let that go. Revolved staff pose, with your left hand on the outside of your right knee, looking over the right side. Breathe here. And then try and lift that right leg, grabbing onto the outside of the right blade of the foot with the left hand, reaching back behind you with the right hand. Revolved heron pose variation. Gently let the foot back down onto the mat. You're going to cross that right ankle over the left knee, and then bend your left knee up to the ceiling, up towards your chest, bringing it close to you. If you need to lean back here, that's fine, but try and bring your left knee as close to your chest as you can for sitting swan pose. Let it all go, finding staff pose again, straight legs, straight arms, wrists pressing into the mat. And then twist to the left side with your right hand on the outside of your left knee, your left hand behind you, looking over the left side. And then grab on to the outside of your left foot with your right hand and lift that up into the air, stretching that left arm back behind you. Revolved heron pose on the other side. And let it all go, unwinding back to center. Cross your left ankle on top of your right knee and bring your right knee up to the ceiling, the sole of your right foot on the mat, trying to bring that left leg in towards the chest as much as you can. If you need to lean back here, that's fine. Swan pose. And then let all that go. Come to kneel on your knees with your toes tucked for a toe squat. Try and get into the fascia of those toes, really breaking up any of those little muscles, all of that little tension, that big tension that's in those little toes. Remember, slow and steady wins the race. 5 more breaths here. Fold forward, putting your fingertips on the mat. Bring your hips up into the air for a forward fold. Slowly roll back up to standing. Beautiful. Now jump your legs out about 3 feet apart from each other and bend those knees. And then we're going to fold forward for an intense leg stretch pose, Prasarita Padottanasana. If you have tripod headstand in your practice, now is a great time to take it. Otherwise, you can practice holding on to opposite elbows, shaking your head yes and no. You can also place one hand on the mat, breathing the other arm up towards the ceiling for a lovely twist, and then switching sides. If you're up in tripod headstand, go ahead and begin to come down onto the mat. And we'll all meet in Child's Pose, Balasana. Flip over onto your back for bridge pose. Set the soles of your feet on the mat so that you can graze your ankles with the tips of your fingertips. And then on an inhale, push into the mat with your heels, lifting your hips up towards the ceiling, scooching your shoulder blades towards each other. And slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, bring your back down to the mat. Bring your knees in towards your chest, wrapping your hands around your knees for Pawan Muktasana, wind release pose. You can roll side to side or roll your knees out one way and then roll them out the other. top of each other off to the right side of your mat. Left arm straight, looking over your left shoulder. Bringing your knees back to center, let them fall over onto the left side. Right arm straight, looking out over your right shoulder. Bringing your knees back to center, straighten out those legs and straighten the arms for Shavasana. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, circling out the wrists and the ankles. And then curl off into one side into a really tight fetal position, giving thanks for 3 things. And then use your top hand to push yourself up into a comfortable seated position, eyes closed if you can keep them that way. Bringing your hands to heart center in prayer, we'll close together with an Om. Inhale in. Now we'll practice a few minutes of pranayama breathing technique. So shaping your hand, thumb pointing out, and your pinky pointing out, you're going to press your thumb onto the outside of your right nostril, exhaling all of the air out of your left nostril. Breathe in through your left nostril. Seal it closed with your pinky finger. Exhale out of your right nostril. Inhale with your right nostril. Seal it closed with your thumb. Exhale out of your left nostril. Inhale through your left nostril. Seal it closed with your pinky. Exhale out of your right. Inhale through your right nostril. Seal it with your thumb. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Seal it. Exhale through the right. Inhale. Seal the right. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Seal it. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Seal it. Exhale through the left. Inhale. Seal the left. Exhale through the right. Inhale. Seal the right. Exhale through the left. Let it all go, breathing normally. If If your eyes were closed, flutter them open once again. Thank you so much for joining me for this new moon in Capricorn yoga class. I'd like to leave you with a short ritual. Thinking back on that magical object that appeared to you inside of your own secret and safe laboratory, I want you to draw this onto a piece of paper, doesn't matter how large it is. If it's an object that you're familiar with, I'd like for you to take some notes on what stuck out to you during your meditation. And if it's a brand new object, maybe a new invention, describe its function, what it does, how it does it. When you have this magical object described as well as you can, take that piece of paper and fold it up into as many folds as you can possibly put into it, and then take it outside somewhere and bury it in the ground. If you can't go outside and bury it in the ground, you can put it in the dirt of a houseplant, or if you don't have any houseplants, cover it up with some coffee grounds or tea leaves, pack it up in a trash bag, tie up the trash bag, and set it in the trash. It's kind of the same act as planting something in the ground. And say these words after me. My life is my responsibility. My desires are clear to me. I am strong on my path ahead. The whole universe conspires to help me. When you're finished intoning this magical chant, flutter open your eyes and try to forget anything that just happened. The faster you're able to disengage with your own magic, that's your ego disengaging from your desire, the easier it's going to be for the universe to go out, find the thing that you want, and bring it back to you. If you enjoyed this class, I invite you to like this video by clicking the thumbs up button below, and to share it with anyone you think may benefit from it. For more videos like this, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can join the coven in the link listed below. Many blessings to you. Namaste.